sucker punch.
Service to the police. This song's pretty good.
Excuse me, are you with this group? Because I have this booth reserved as of 7 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, I think they're almost done. Murder Girl. Nice. Is your band death metal or something?
It's my podcast. I solve murders.
Nice work if you can get it.
Gears.
What grinds your gears, Peter?
Super Bowl.
We
got a Super Bowl 57 coming up, but they still insist on using these fucking Roman numerals.
It's not quite we talk about this all the time here at TV10 Podcast. That's Bill Frost over there.
Yeah, it's Tommy Milagro over there.
Hi. Now, we know how you feel. Is this Frost warning worthy, or is this...
I don't know. I've been to this so many times. I don't know if it's even worth spitting in the wind anymore about it.
It's like, have we reached the bottom of
Does
this?
it really need to be LVII?
If only we...
it makes it sound more dignified than it is. It's just a fucking concussion factory. Why do we make it seem so royal?
Because it's brought to you in part by Doritos, Frito-Lay.
Hey, I got nothing against Doritos.
And also the Mountain Dew Black Light Special.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this is TV10 Podcast episode. Man, if I tried to figure it out in Roman numerals, I couldn't do it.
Oh, God. We would go blind trying to figure this shit out.
I don't know. Why don't you punch it into the Google machine? See what 437...
Oh, I could tell you easily right now.
Oh, really?
It would be XXX VII.
Okay.
That's 437 episodes.
All right.
So,
damn.
Well, again, this is the benefits of learning something in math.
Oh, you have an MBA.
Yeah, do I? It's interesting. Well, that's okay. We're not in sports talk. Well, technically we are in sports talk, even though I didn't mention slamwrestling.net, except now.
Yeah.
Boom.
So, episode 0437, and brought to you by... on my end, from Ogden's Own, Porter's Craft Cocktails, Huckleberry Lemonade. Mm-hmm. It's a good one. This is one of my favorites, actually, from of the cans from Ogden's Own.
It's a summery drink.
A little bit, yeah.
Even though we're in winter.
Very much in winter, yeah.
We had a passing of winter anyway, just before we went live on air.
It looked like a blizzard, then it wasn't.
Yes. And as for me, I got a little something from our good friend Ivy at Boostique. That would be the Mingle Sparkling Mocktail. And as always, one of my favorites, it's the Blood Orange Elderflower Mimosa.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Pinkies up, bitches.
All right. So we got something in the listener bag, don't we?
That's all right. From our Facebook TV10 podcast, it's our good friend Ted Hansen.
Is he still on A Million Little Things Watch?
Actually, this is how he starts out. As your official AMLIT reporter, I must remind everyone that the 5th and final season of A Million Little Things premieres this Wednesday at 9:01 p.m. I'm assuming that's Mountain Time.
Sure.
So far, no one has RSVP'd to my viewing party, even though I'm making snickerdoodles. One gal I invited tells me she will be busy that night washing her hair.
Oh, of course.
Oh, well.
Yes.
And I was actually going to ask you about this, and he brings it up. P.S. Kunk on Earth is genius level funniness.
You know, I haven't gotten to that one yet. It's on my list to get to.
Yeah. And this is, I guess, one of the lines from the show. And Ted writes, was the invention of writing a significant development or more of a flash in the pan like rap metal?
Oh, what are you talking about? There's still plenty of rap metal bands out there. There's some of them right here in Salt Lake.
Ew.
Yeah, just go to the Barbary Coast. You can see them like every other weekend.
Oh,
or
okay.
Liquid Joe's.
Oh, okay.
One of those places, yeah.
Oh, so that's where they hang out these days?
They still exist, yeah.
Okay. Not a sponsor, by the way.
No. Okay, that's good to know.
Let's see. And I think we also had one other, I want to say from Dr. White. Let me see if I can pull it up. That's at our Twitter page, which amazingly hasn't gone away.
You notice how you haven't seen many of those think pieces about, so you're thinking about leaving Twitter. Here are your options. Have not seen one of those for several weeks.
Exactly. Maybe Mastodon's really filled to the gills or
Yeah,
something?
they're full up. They can't accept any more people. That's
Okay.
what it. And my own Frank Speech account. Yeah, I'm still working on that.
Okay. All right, here we go. So from Dr. White, he writes, hey, TV10 Podcast, did you hear what CNN is going to do on Fridays?
Yep.
So Warner Brothers and Discovery just keep chugging along. So get a shots for Shirley Feeney and pour it out. So
Yeah, CNN is going to repurpose some Real Time with Bill Maher content on Friday nights.
yeah, and we're okay with bite-sized Bill Maher, to be honest. Here, that's what we do at TV10 Podcast.
I agree about half and half with him. Sometimes they're like, fucking right on, Bill. And other times they're like, oh, no.
That's where I go, okay, boomer. Oh, and then from our other listener bag, this is from our guest last week, Melissa Merlot.
Oh,
You responded to her about this, but basically she wrote, there are new episodes of Chrisley Knows Best. How is that possible? I thought they were in lockup.
they are. I'm sure those episodes were filmed like a year ago.
So
and they're just cashing in on the free publicity of them being in jail.
now here's the question: Who's the creator of Chrisley Knows Best?
I don't even know.
So is this a case of they could Andy Cohen the shit out of this and interview them from jail?
Maybe. Possibly. Yeah.
But that would. But I don't know if it'll happen because it's USA and it's classy.
Not anymore. No.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. I kind of gonna added a little uplift in my voice to
yeah,
signify a question.
Yeah, yet more incarcerated TV reality stars. Aw, too bad.
That's a shame. I should feel terrible. Moving along.
Yeah, besides the Super Bowl, there's some other stuff happening this week.
Oh, yeah, we need something else.
On Wednesday, a new season of South Park.
Oh,
Season 26.
seriously?
And did you know that South Park has been renewed by Comedy Central through the 30th season?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh,
And meanwhile, not just, South Park proper TV series, Trey Parker and Matt Stone are also doing I think about 15 or 16 movies for Paramount Plus, South Park movies for Paramount Plus.
fuck me.
They've done a few already. Only a couple of them have been any good, but you know, they got plenty of work.
Yeah. So Paramount is just dumping out that money in front of their lawns. So
Yeah.
why can't we have that?
I have no idea.
Do we need Trey Parker and Matt Stone to write for us?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Also on Friday, there's a new season of You on Netflix.
You.
Everyone,
That's Y-O-U. You.
everyone's favorite serial killer, stalker / identity chameleon. He's now in England stalking his love.
Is he really our favorite serial killer?
Well, he's America's favorite. Well, current. Dexter is retired.
Well, actually,
So-
he ain't retired. He dead.
Yeah, with the ultimate retirement.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Pretty much
everyone.
the only retirement any of us are going to see, actually.
Yeah. Well, actually, people seek my death.
Yeah.
So, or correction, they seek to retire me.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, this is also on Netflix on Friday. A new Ashton Kutcher has been out of the romantic comedy game for a while, the rom-com game.
Yeah.
He is back with Reese Witherspoon in a new show called Your Place or Mine. It's a movie, just in time for Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Okay. Big question. Do I want to care?
No,
Okay.
you do not. No, I'm just letting you know it's out there.
Because there's the reason for that. Because I actually started to care about Ashton Kutcher. I'll
Why?
explain when we talk more about movies.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Also coming up this week on Thursday on HBO Max, a new Harley Quinn special.
Yay.
It is it's called Harley Quinn, a very problematic Valentine special.
Okay, I'm down.
Basically, Poison Ivy accidentally unleashes a pheromone upon Gotham City that makes everyone just want to fuck.
And do they actually say wanna fuck?
Probably. Yeah.
Good.
I'm sure they do.
All right.
Yeah. You got that going on. You have a new, you remember Gina Rodriguez, Jane the Virgin?
Yeah.
Also Miss Bala, the American version of that movie.
I didn't realize there was a...
Yeah, she was pretty good in that. She has a new ABC comedy called Not Dead Yet. She basically got out of the journalism game, and now she's trying to get back in.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, you're going to start on the deadbeat. That is writing obituaries.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's a twist, I feel.
There's a twist in that she can see the ghosts of the people she is writing about it until she writes the obituary.
Wait a minute.
I know, right? Sounds familiar.
I want to say it's either True Calling or...
Well, ghosts is the most obvious one. Yeah.
Okay. And then, let me guess, it's a Mystery of the Week formula?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
But, I'll check it out. It sounds mildly interesting. You also have Cece from New Girl is in here. And a couple of other funny people. So it could be all right. That's on ABC and Hulu on Wednesday.
Okay.
And let's see here. A couple of more romantic comedies here. I just want to mention them.
Because Valentine's is around the corner.
Well, I want to mention one because it's on Prime Video. It's called Somebody I Used to Know, and it stars and was co-written by Allison Brie. Co-written with the hubby, Dave Franco.
Okay.
The least offensive Franco.
That goes without saying, and that's hard to pull off.
Yeah, it's basically about a woman who's she's a high-powered TV producer who has a bit of a public commercial career meltdown.
Okay.
So she retreats to her quaint hometown.
Oh, dear.
She runs into her former boyfriend there, but he engaged.
Oh.
But that's not really going to stop her.
Oh, okay. This is a new twist.
Yeah, we have a bit of a triangle here.
Okay.
That could turn into something more.
Is it a triangle or is it more of a love rhombus?
Could be more like that.
Okay. Let me write that down.
Love rhombus. It's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, it's not often I bust out the geometric shapes here.
So. A love roundabout, if you will. That's on Prime Video on Friday, and has nothing to do with that Gautier song. And by the way, has anyone heard from Gautier lately?
Bigger question. Does anybody care to hear?
They do not, no.
Yeah.
And this is also on Friday. This is on Paramount Plus. It's called At Midnight. It's about a movie star who's going to Mexico, her home, basically her hometown in Mexico. They're filming sort of a Marvel-esque superhero epic.
Yeah.
She plays a superhero, and her boyfriend is also in the movie, played by Durs from Workaholics.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, of course, he cheats on her and she finds love with a really, 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 really ridiculously good-looking hotel manager.
Okay. Now, this is...
It's called At Midnight, and here's the reason to maybe watch.
Okay.
Whitney Cummings.
Oh, hang on.
Stars as her agent.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm already on board. So, and I'm looking at the cast, and it's very, really, really ridiculously looking. Yeah. Now we should point out this is at AT midnight, not the
former Comedy Central show starring Talking Dead guy.
What's his name? Chris something or other.
How soon we forget,
or how soon he got canceled. Or not soon enough.
I'm not sure if he's still canceled.
Chris. He laid low for a while.
Not Chris Harrison. That's a different canceled.
Yeah.
TV show host.
This is gonna bug me. I was just thinking about his name, and I was like, whatever happened to old what's his name?
Chris Hardwick.
There it is. Chris Hardwick. Thank you.
Just came to me.
Okay, so not that. It's different and probably better.
Yeah.
So that is that our Watch Harder of the week?
Which one?
At midnight?
No.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know they're putting out a whole bunch of romantic comedies.
Okay.
And if you're into that sort of thing, that's where they are.
We're not.
We are not, no, but somebody out there might be. One of our dozens of listeners might be.
Yeah. But we're dead inside. At least I'm dead inside.
Oh, yeah.
So there's nothing left. There's just a shriveled pit that you would call a heart.
Also, The Flash is back this week.
Oh, okay.
Season 9, final season.
This is the season finally.
Yeah. Paired up with the second season of this new series, Kung Fu.
Ooh.
Which was not bad, actually.
Okay. And we've talked about it before, and
it's been a minute, but yeah.
Yeah, so this is the last gasp before the CW gets swallowed up.
Also, Mark Maron has a new HBO special on Saturday.
Is that on Netflix?
That is on HBO.
Oh, okay.
It's
different.
called Mark Maron from Bleak to Dark.
That sounds about right.
I think you know what you're in for there.
Yeah. That's interesting because he has done specials on Netflix.
Yeah.
This is the first time he's done anything with HBO,
As far as I know, off the top of my head, yeah.
And I know, well, let's see. I mean, most of the comics have done comedy with Netflix just because they got Netflix money.
Yeah, for a while there, Jim Gaffigan was doing them for Prime Video.
Mm-hmm.
Then he realized, like, oh, no one's watching me on Prime Video. I should go to Netflix and do a special.
And that's where I'll talk about manatees.
Yeah.
See how it all works out? But
Yeah.
I wonder how long that's going to last with Netflix. You're saying they're okay.
Well, Netflix fuckery aside, I mean, come on. This whole password sharing crackdown.
I was listening to that on the news.
Which is going to affect me.
Oh.
Not because I share my password with someone else.
I
share someone else's password.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're not sharing with anybody. And
not that I would admit publicly, but on this podcast to our, dozens of listeners.
No.
I trust you guys to not turn me in.
You're very trusting here at this point.
Well,
I trust them that they're going to kill me one of these days. Which reminds me, when is Sweeps Week?
February.
Oh, fuck.
We have February sweeps and May sweeps and November sweeps. And there's another one in there somewhere during the summer, but it's not quite as important.
So, okay. That would explain why the darts were trying to aim for my neck as I stepped into the building.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was March sweeps. Okay.
No, there's no such thing as March sweeps.
No. There's
There's March Madness.
Yes, that's probably what I was thinking.
We now have to pay someone $1,000 because we said March Madness. Now $2,000.
We didn't say it. And besides, I was saying Marchy Madness.
Okay.
See? If you add a Y, it doesn't count.
Right.
And also, if our lawyer's listening, we're just performance artists, Your Honor.
And I want to inform you that I got back into watching You People, the Kenya Barris movie, currently on Netflix.
Okay.
Eddie Murphy, David Duchovny,
Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
And I want to say Nia Peoples.
Yes. Okay. Or Nia Long.
Nia Long.
A different Nia.
Sorry.
But
Nia Long.
What threw me out of it was the opening scene is Jonah Hill and this comedian. I can't remember her name, but you've seen her a lot.
Hold on. I'll look it up.
They're doing a podcast, and it's just like
this is what set us off.
They have these super pro set up, and they're doing it live, so they have all these live listeners. It's like
fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
absolute bullshit.
I can't imagine if we did a live podcast and watching numbers. It would be so depressing.
That reminds me. Do we need to do a live show sometime soon?
Come April, I do have a show booked in Ogden on April 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will reach out to our peoples as it relates to that subject. Oh, anyway, the comedian you're probably thinking of, Sam J?
Yes.
Okay.
Very funny.
Yeah. So, yeah. And again, this is a great cast.
The cast is killer, and it's actually very funny once you get into it. But if you're someone who's ever dabbled in podcasting, you look at that opening scene and go, fuck these guys. But, very funny. Eddie Murphy, killing it.
Oh, yeah.
Also, pretty much the whole cast is great. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is very funny. Fucking Richard Benjamin from way back in the day is also in it. You might remember him. I'm trying to think of what you might know Richard Benjamin from these
days. Hold on, that's what IMDb is
I know
for.
what I know him from. I know him from the series Quark from the 70s.
Whoa.
It was a very short-lived sci-fi series. You can watch it on Crackle for free.
That is a serious deep cut right there, man.
Also, he was in Saturday the 14th, a parody of Friday the 13th.
This is another thing that's surprising here. Hal Linden?
Oh, yeah. Hal Linden is also
dug him
in
out
it.
of mothballs?
Yeah, there's a few appearances like that.
Okay, and let's see. Richard Benjamin, we would know him from back in the 70s Westworld, and then...
The OG Westworld.
Yeah. Then there's the... what is this? The Sunshine Boys.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that one.
Oh, and this is an interesting one. Let's see. He was he was in 97's Deconstructing Harry and The Last of Sheila.
All right.
So there's quite a few things that he's done. As of recently, other than You People, let's see. The last one he did... Oh, fuck. I didn't even realize this. He was in Children's Hospital.
That's right. Yeah.
So I didn't even know that.
Well, there are a lot of Children's Hospital episodes.
Yeah, that goes without saying.
But yeah, very funny. Definitely worth checking out. Netflix. I should have trusted in Kenya Barris. He has yet to let me down. Mm-hmm. So
well,
this is another winner.
Well, and it's perfect for Black History Month.
Of course, yes.
Yes.
I'm kind of disappointed that he's not doing another season of Black AF, where he basically played himself.
I think he's going to come up with something.
He will. Yeah.
Yeah. Which that reminds me. See, Florida, Black History Month is where we celebrate in a stupidly shortened month all the historic black figures of yesteryear.
Yeah.
You know, the stuff that's now banned, apparently.
Yeah. Don't be teaching that.
Yeah. Which, by the way, if someone is listening to that, we're going to try to... Maybe we'll blackify this episode? That sounds wrong somehow.
I don't know how we would do that. That would become somewhat problematic for us.
Well...
I'm super white. You're partially brown. So
yeah.
I don't know if we can even try it, or even mention it.
Well, we'll get somewhere on the color coding.
Cool.
I don't know. Or we do have Dr. White. We could bring him on board.
Let him take care of it?
Yeah. Besides, again, this is February sweeps. We need him for sweeps.
Okay.
And he's going to kill me. So see, problem solved.
Well, if he's available, we should do that.
All right. I will reach out to him since we don't have a producer anymore. Well, we had one.
Yeah. I'm also all the way in on Poker Face.
Okay.
The episode Rest in Metal, episode 4 with Chloe Sevigny.
I was going to ask because I was like, that would hit so hard for you.
I think we talked about it last week a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah. But yeah, it just, and again, there's Natasha Lyonne just going, are you sure that that's going to happen here for you? Jesus, tap dancing Christ. What's up with the drums? You have any idea how easy it is to do that voice?
It almost felt like she was here.
I'm here with the TV Tam podcast. Whatever. We'll just get through this. Just give me a beer.
Also, the shows I'm keeping up on, of course, Velma continues to be the most hated show on HBO Max.
Are you hate watching at this point?
I'm not. I'm enjoying it. I don't really find it all that cringeworthy.
Yeah.
But
okay.
That's just me.
Well, you have a different taste. I have yet to see it, and I'm just like, it's overhyped at this point. That's where I'm landing on this.
Yeah, I don't really recommend watching it. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying I don't find it as cringeworthy as apparently the internet does.
Yeah.
So I'm a weirdo apparently.
Well, and I would just say if you want to really see something cringeworthy, just pick anything at Fox News or. Even better, OAN, if you're really adventurous.
Well, if you can find it anymore.
Where is it these days?
You can find it on Pluto TV.
Of course
you can find OAN, Newsmax, and The First.
Okay.
Which is another right-wing bullshit factory.
So
that's where Bill O'Reilly is right now.
Oh, that answers a few things.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is why I'm glad I only focus on the 70s channel for Vivo, so that is all I need.
I watch pretty much the Mystery Science Theater 3000 and Riff Tracks channels on Pluto TV.
Yep.
And a couple of others.
Those are my favorites as well.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, just something with wrestling.
They have some old school wrestling on there.
Yeah, they. I know they sometimes show Glow and WoW. They also have showed some stuff from PCW Ultra. Sometimes stuff with Defy Wrestling. I know I'm kind of skirting towards sports here. I'm just saying there are channels for everything, and it doesn't have to be those particular shows. We're just letting you know it's there so you can just walk around it.
Yeah.
That's the service we do.
And also, what else am I into now? Oh, they renewed Mayfair Witches for a second season.
Oh, okay.
With Alexander Daddario.
All right.
I didn't realize that many people were watching it, but I guess it's doing okay.
All right. And that's on AMC and AMC Plus, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was my understanding initially that it was just going to be on AMC Plus, but apparently it's on the regular channel too.
Because they went, hey, we can have content.
Yeah, we should put something on AMC.
All right. I do want to ask you a question, though, because we were kind of talking a little bit about streaming services. Now, I've been hearing, and people are saying...
Many people are saying.
That...
Unbelievable. Never before in our history has anything happened like this.
Yeah. And I was kind of hearing on, like, NPR that maybe that same streaming services...
National Pinko Radio?
That's
you
right.
Trust that?
Well... Compared to what else we have a choice at in Utah? Yes.
Yeah. So what's up with the streamers?
Basically, they're just saying pretty soon it's going to be dwindling down. We've talked about this before. As the prices rise up and, not enough money to create the good content. So that's why.
Yeah, the latest news being in there, like Peacock had a free tier. They got rid of that.
Yeah.
So you can't watch Peacock for free anymore.
Right.
Showtime is being absorbed by Paramount Plus. To become Paramount Plus with Showtime, not the more obvious title, much shorter, much more elegant, Paramount Plus Showtime.
Yeah.
They didn't consult me, but that's what they're doing. And also HBO Max and Discovery Plus are, going to form the Voltron of content there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some of those shows like Westworld, that they took off the platform are now, you'll be able to see them on, I believe, Pluto TV and another one of the other free with ads streamers. So they sold off some of that content.
Okay.
And the other ones, the price increases are pretty much inevitable. And of course, the only one that's really cracking down on passwords is Netflix. The other ones are just kind of agnostic about it. They just don't really seem to care or have a plan.
Which does bring up the question, because the way Netflix is cracking down like this, is that like they're starting to run scared and they know that, we can't shovel money like we used to before.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's a good idea, the whole password crackdown, but it's not my company.
But hey, if you want to lose money even further, go right ahead, Netflix. We won't mind. You won't even put on my comedy specials. That would save you money. But no, you don't want that. So
you can watch Tommy Milagro live at Gino's on, what was it, Tubi?
Actually, no.
El Rey?
The other one. It's the other one.
The other one.
That one. Crackle.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah.
Right down there. You see it right there? Right there, that little corner right there.
Yeah.
That's where it is.
It's even free and no one gives a fuck about Crackle.
Exactly.
Even though I did mention earlier that Quark is there. You can watch Quark all 8 episodes.
We're trying to negotiate a work with that. 6 comedy specials with Quark.
6 comedy specials in a movie. Yes.
It is the ideal.
Yeah.
So
we did confirm that actually the Community movie is happening.
Oh.
I can't believe it. I've known this for months, and I don't think I've talked about it here.
Okay.
It has finally come about.
It is really going to be a thing.
But here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be on Peacock.
So we have to flock to the cock.
Yes, to see the Community movie.
Peacock so far is doing better.
Yeah.
So
they got Poker Face.
Yeah.
That's a big one right there.
Yeah.
They got live NBC local affiliate streaming now.
They showed us We Are Lady Parts.
Yeah.
Let's see. There was another movie they did on there. Not Halloween, but...
They did a few.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. We can flock to the cock now.
Yeah. And you know where else we can flock?
Could it be to my segment?
It's sports with Tommy Milagro. Go team.
From the Sports Desk of the TV10 podcast, we deliver to you the sport of professional wrestling. So much to talk about, so little time. Starting off with the NWA. They came back with their live power show on YouTube, on their YouTube streaming channel, and actually did pretty decent numbers. Apparently, 252,000 people watched that show, and it was like an hour and a half long, but had some great content there. There was a wedding that, you know, how well weddings go in professional wrestling.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But, of course, you could read up more about that at slamwrestling.net, because I recap for the NWA, among other things. Mm-hmm. Oh, did I mention I have an MBA?
Drinking up.
And, of course, I also have my interviews with AJ Kasana, who he and his cousin won the NWA U.S. tag titles in Knoxville, Tennessee. And, of course, also the other big news item is that they're getting prepped for the Nuff Said pay-per-view. That's the one that's going to highlight the Great American Smash, Tyrus, the holder of the 10 pounds of gold. He'll be facing Matt Cardona for the NWA Heavyweight Championship. Also on the card, and this came about on NWA USA, which is also on Saturday, which I recap for slamwrestling.net. Yeah, just drink up. So it's going to be Homicide facing Scion for the NWA National Championship. Then it's going to be Psycho Love. It's Psycho Boy Fodder and Angelina Love going to battle against Tom Latimer and Camille in an intergender tag team matchup. There's also going to be a junior heavyweight championship. It's with Alex Taylor, who I interviewed for SlamWrestling.net. Mm-hmm. He'll be facing the current NWA junior heavyweight champion, Kerry Morton, for the belt. Those are the matches that have been announced as of right now. You can find that on the Fight TV app. And, of course, since there's no NWA All Access anymore, you do have to, purchase the pay-per-view. But don't worry about it, folks. It's real easy to get. You can get the Nuff Said pay-per-view for only $24.99.
Not a sponsor.
Come on, Billy Corgan, please. Anyway, so that's what's going to be happening this February 11th. Which is a day before, some other sporting event on Sunday.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, now on to the other news, and that is, and I think we're going to start with this in the news and rumors section of slamwrestling.net. Now, remember a while back we talked about who the potential buyers could be for the WWE product? Mm-hmm. Remember how we said Comcast was the easy favorite?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
was that wrong?
Well, according to the Wrestling Observer, they've reported that Comcast is no longer interested in purchasing the WWE, and that decision might affect the interest of other parties. And it's hard to say what made them so skittish all of a sudden. Could be a lot of things right there. Could be, certain megalomaniacs back at the helm. Who's to say? Also, tragedy. Oh, tragedy. Mm-hmm. Leaping Lenny Poffo, dead. Do you remember Lenny Poffo?
No.
So he was the genius. He was the younger brother of Macho Man Randy Savage. So it was this guy right here.
Okay.
Now's it coming back to you?
Yeah.
So he would do poetry and flings frisbees out with poetry to the crowd.
Okay.
But yeah, he passed away at 68. If you remember him from the 80s of WWF wrestling, a bit of a star maker, kind of more enhancement talent. Always made the stars look better in the ring. Just a really great person overall. He will definitely be missed. Also, this is, and again, just kind of staying with WWE for just a couple of things here. So two things are WWE recently had their earnings call, and despite all the change-ups and the brouhaha in the background, apparently they had made some money. And Chief Executive Officer Nick Khan let everybody know that the company's quarterly sales rose 5% to $325 million. And he said, quote, "We're seeing our product reach more people on more screens, both domestically and internationally. We believe we are well positioned as we go forward," said Khan. Now, net profit dipped to, $38.8 million or 45 cents a share from $60 million or 73 points. But still, despite that, their quarterly earnings are looking good for Q4. That's a fiscal term if you add an NBA. But thankfully, I have one at slamwrestling.net. You're going to really be hurting after this, aren't you?
I'll be fine.
And then two other things here to bring up. We turn to TMZ, the news.
The news, yes.
Now, Seth freaking Rollins talked about his elimination from the Royal Rumble at the hands of Logan Paul. And he's just saying what we're all thinking here. And apparently he got on social media like you do, and basically said, and I'm going to read this verbatim here, he just said he really doesn't like the guy, while adding that the former YouTuber should leave the WWE and go back to buying counterfeit Pokemon cards. And also he said he's, at the end of the day, Rollins said, he's just not a wrestler. He doesn't want to be a wrestler. He just wants to be famous, which I agree with him.
Weren't you eliminated by him?
And that's what that's what he says. Now, maybe this is, as they say in the business, kayfabe. Maybe this is work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he's saying what we're all thinking at this point. And whatever issues I've had with Bad Bunny, I'm letting that go. This is the new douche to tackle here.
Right on.
Yeah. And finally, this is the last one that we're going to end the show on. The segment on, I should say. Remember last week, somewhere in amidst all the cacophony of voices, I mentioned to Merlot about the reality show Nikki Bella Says I Do?
Yes.
So,
You got her a gig, didn't you? Hooked her up.
I reached out to my editors at slamwrestling.net because the person that usually recaps it, our senior editor, Bob Kapoor, just could not do it anymore.
I can't. I just can't.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he said. And Greg Oliver, my editor, the main editor, he put this posting on slamwrestling.net and said, "I didn't think that anyone could skewer the Bellas better than Bob Kapoor. I was wrong. Meet Melissa Merlot with her first piece at slamwrestling.net. She sat through the first two episodes of Ease. Nikki Bella Says I Do, so you don't have to." So I would recommend for everybody, and we're going to try to put this onto our webpage at TV10 Podcast on the Facebook as well as our other social platforms, this little wonderful piece that says, yeah, wedding's not for her, and Artem, I have never seen something this bad outside of, what was the name of the Brady Bunch guy that married the supermodel?
Oh, yeah.
So it feels like that.
All right.
It feels like that. And we say this in the spirit of love because it's sports.
It's sports. Tommy Milagro. Go, team.
Now that's gonna bug me here. What was the guy's name from the Brady Bunch here? I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on
I think it was the
this.
guy who played Peter.
Let's see. Was Peter the older one, or is he the middle
Middle
kid?
one.
That was, yeah, that's right.
Was it Mike Lookingland?
I thought that was the younger one.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Hang on. Let's see here. Here we go. Brady Bunch. As I'm trying to scan for
Yeah,
this.
he married the winner of the very first season of America's Next Top Model.
Here it is. Christopher Knight.
Christopher Knight. Mike Lookingland is definitely Bobby Brady. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we got confused
And
there.
what was her name?
That's what I'm trying to find here through IMDb.
She was fucking crazy.
Oh, God. So, again, yeah, everyone talks about, it'd be great to hook up with a model.
Well,
And then you have to talk to them. That is our life lesson here at TV10 Podcast.
Yep.
You have to talk to them. And when they start talking, just slowly back away.
into the bushes like Homer. Yes.
I can't seem to find who his wife was. Oh, maybe I better wiki this shit here. Anyway, but yeah, it was fucking god awful. It was just, it was during the VH1 days of terrible programming. We've all made mistakes.
Adrian Curry
That's it.
was the name of the model who won America's Next Top Model in the very first year in 2003.
Yeah. What was the name of the show, though, that they were on? It was like a spin-off of Surreal Life, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Here we go.
We're spending way so
Oh, here it is. My Fair Brady. Yeah, back in November 6, 2005. So, oh, shit. Knight's been married 4 times. So, didn't really learn his lesson that well.
Apparently her last project, she was in Tales of Halloween in 2015, whatever that is.
Okay.
Her last TV project was Adrian Curry Superfans.
Oh, boy.
Doesn't say where that aired.
No, I don't think they do. Let's see here.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I think we've dived as far as we could go.
But the Super Bowl, if you don't give a fuck about the Super Bowl and you're thinking, well, all other TV is taking the night off because of the Super Bowl, you're not correct. Not correct.
Oh, you mean there are some brave souls out there?
There are some new episodes that'll be airing on Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay.
You can watch besides the Super Bowl. There will be a new episode of The Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
Episode 5.
Have you seen the most recent
Oh
episode?
yeah. I know what everybody's talking about. Oh yeah. It made Linda Ronstadt have a hit for the first time in 15 years.
More importantly,
No, 50 years. What am I talking about?
I was going to say 50.
It's from the 70s, yeah.
Oh, and more importantly, folks, just give Nick Offerman all the awards.
All the awards.
Give it to him.
Yeah. Also, there will be a new episode of 1923 on Paramount Plus with Harrison Ford and
Grizzled Ford.
and Helen Mirren. Mm-hmm. Also on Paramount Plus, there will be a new episode of Mayor of Kingstown with Jeremy Renner, R.I.P.
Why are you trying to wish him death? He doesn't deserve that, okay?
There will be a new episode of Mayfair Witches on AMC.
Okay.
There will be a new episode of Your Honor with Bryan Cranston on Showtime.
Looking scruffy.
Yeah, we don't know why there's a second season because it wrapped up. The first season wrapped up on what seems like, okay, this is a good ending point. But no, we got a second season of it. And on Tubi, there will be this new show called Kitchen Commando. It's basically a Gordon Ramsay thing. He's a producer on it.
You donkey!
So it's going to be this guy. He's a former U.S. Army Master Sergeant and a former White House chef, Adrian Rush. And he's helping indie mom and pop restaurants get their shit together.
Oh, okay. And wackiness ensues.
It's another one of those, yeah.
Yeah. It's Bar Rescue, just with more yelling.
Yeah, so, there's actually some stuff you can watch besides the Super Bowl on Sunday.
I'm going to watch a Super Bowl.
Really?
Because, well, for one simple reason.
Did you get invited to a Super Bowl party?
No, I'm trying to organize a Super Bowl party.
I won't be there.
I know you won't. But I would just say I'm trying to do it at Broovies. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's a big screen. It's
Okay, I might come to that.
Yeah. And more importantly, it's just to get a good bet going with my dear old dad and prove to him that I can beat him. So that is my entire goal.
Does that mean we're not doing an episode next week?
That's a good question. Let's say maybe it's going to be a little later in the evening.
All right.
So
Cool.
I'll try to be good. Which I'm not admitting anything.
No promises.
Yeah. But just know that I might be a little bit scatterbrained at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got money on this thing?
Yes. $1.
Okay.
So it's not the money, it's the principle.
For who?
So basically, my dad and I always bet $1.
Okay.
So whoever wins, they get the $1.
Right.
But mostly we haven't exchanged money. We just mostly lord it over that person.
Okay.
So-
Because he knows you have no money, right?
Well, yeah, duh, and obviously,
Yeah.
I do a podcast. Haven't we established that?
And who's your money on?
That's a good question.
You don't know.
I do know this.
There's only two choices.
It is the Kansas Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah.
And let's see here. What does ESPN say? As of right now, the line on the Super Bowl has Philadelphia is favored by 1.5 points.
Okay.
That's a tough one. So I might have to go with the Chiefs on this one. So because it's got the Mahomes. So, but that does bring us another good point.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, and again, we're doing this to help the education of Florida. This is going to be the first time that the Super Bowl has 2 black quarterbacks. So
Okay.
this is a historic first.
All right.
So you want to be there for history.
Well, see, I'd be there for Rihanna.
See, that's another reason right there. Black history right there. So we could maybe live stream this shit somehow. We're not making promises, folks. I'm just.
Wow, can you imagine how much we'd have to lawyer up to live stream the Super Bowl?
Well, we would just live stream our podcast talking about the shit on the Super Bowl.
Huh.
I'm just saying,
It sounds like a lot of work. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm up for that.
We could pull some, intern and have them do the work for us.
Okay.
We've got interns, right?
As I look around the studio, I don't see any, so I don't think so.
I guess they escaped or something.
Oh,
All
well.
right. Anyway,
Fine.
just putting it out there.
Yeah.
If we had really planned on this,
Which we obviously did not.
nope. So I blame myself.
And there was a very special episode of Young Rock on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Got into some of Dwayne Johnson's inspirations. People who helped him out. Andre the Giant. Gave us the Andre the Giant story. Mm-hmm. It was like, oh, that was heartwarming.
Yeah.
And Pat Patterson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good story too. It's kind of weird that it was there was no there's very little, if any, if I can remember, of actual Young Rock, any of the Young Rocks
Right.
in the episode, and also no Randall Park. He was absent.
That actually brings me to this. I forgot to mention this in the sports news. So apparently, speaking of which, Dave Bautista, apparently has been getting some props for his performances from the new film Knock at the Cabin. The M. Night Shyamalan.
Heard about it, yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, according to the AV Club, they say that Bautista steals the show and called it completely captivating. So he's really turned into a damn good actor.
All right.
And
where can you see Knock at the Cabin right now? Is it theaters only?
I think it's theaters only right now. I don't think it's streaming anywhere at this point. But apparently, here's the other thing. AV Club mentioned that Bautista's their favorite wrestler turned actor, and it goes on to say, and this is in our news and rumors section. It feels as if he's the first one to take acting seriously, as opposed to
Wow.
as opposed to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who takes a couple of swipes in the story. So I'm gonna see if I can find some more.
Knock at the Cabin is only in theaters right now.
You're not big in theaters.
No, not at all. No.
I don't know if it's at the office, and by the office I mean Broovies. I
I think it is.
Is it? I didn't see it.
Most of this week's episode is us just looking up stuff on the internet to see if we even got it close to true, got it right.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what the AV Club said. When he talks about Batista, of the few that made the successful jump, your Rock, Cena's, and Hogan's, none have shown as much versatility and dedication as Dave Bautista. Which, when you think about it, yeah, that's about right.
Here's your current lineup at the office at Brewie's.
Okay.
Knock at the Cabin.
Oh, it is there. Okay.
And 80 for Brady, which
Ew.
looks like it could be the most painful thing ever produced.
Well, that honor still belongs to Morbius. I think.
Well, Morbius was last year. I think we have an early contender for worst movie of this year.
Yeah. So we're going to have to judge this on the Meet the Focker scale. I think that's appropriate.
It does look painful. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well,
So if you got to see Knock at the Cabin, it's at Brewie's.
which, by the way, Broovies, not a sponsor yet. We need to talk to them about
Hope
that.
springs eternal.
Yes.
All right. I think we can... what do you recommend people be watching harder?
Well, other than The Last of Us and Poker
yeah.
Face,
Poker Face. Two of my favorite current shows happening right now.
I'm going to say Bad Batch. That's still my jam at this
Right.
point. Oh, and that reminds me. I did see this interesting little movie on Prime Video called Vengeance.
BJ Novak?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's where Ashton Kutcher was in there, and he was actually, for the little bit that he was in there, he was...
Not terrible?
He was horrible. He was horrible. Hang on, let me chug this down.
All right, cool.
Wow, backwash.
Meanwhile,
All right.
this movie, BJ Novak, who also I think wrote this movie
Yeah.
and stars in it, he's a journalist, mostly a podcaster, sort of a NPR type podcaster,
Exactly.
and he's going down south into MAGA country.
To find out the death of this girl that he hooked up with.
Yeah.
And best line, it's a white female who's dead. Holy grail of podcasts.
Oh my God, yes,
The holy grail of murder podcasts.
True.
Which is true.
absolutely true.
Yes. And Issa Rae is in there as well. That's definitely worth watching there. It's a nice little send-up of podcasting and Texas life.
Okay,
So
a better representation of podcasting than say you people, probably.
yes.
Okay.
Yes. That is... And again, we're not big on murder podcasts, but we're just saying game recognizes game.
Yeah.
So...
All right.
that's my other recommendation. That's my movie watch there.
Okay. I'm also gonna concur with Poker Face. Definitely love that. And also, it's hard for me to keep track of what the fuck I'm watching. What I forget so quickly because there's so many shows that I've got.
There's too many shows.
I got so many shows going on. It's ridiculous. But definitely those two.
Okay.
And the new American Auto season.
Okay.
I know no one's watching it, but
know.
it's definitely funny as fuck.
I need to start watching that.
And even Night Court is still holding up, both with with the ratings too.
Yeah.
It's doing critically okay, and people are actually watching it.
I need to watch Hunters. I've only seen the first
yes.
episode.
Yeah, I've seen there are 2 seasons of Hunters on Prime Video.
Yeah.
Al Pacino, and they're Nazi hunters.
Yeah.
First season, they're going off after domestic Nazis, living mostly in the New York City area. Second season, they branch out into South America because they're going after Hitler himself.
They're going for the boys from Brazil.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely worth checking out. There's only 2 seasons that got canceled,
Yeah.
so you don't have to invest too much time in it.
But it's enough time to watch something important.
Yeah.
Killing Nazis. Why is this such a hard thing in this age?
Nothing wrong with that.
No. So, the TV10 podcast hardly recommends killing Nazis.
That's a controversial position, I know.
Yeah.
Especially for our listeners in Florida, but yes.
Oh, God, if we ever get listener mail from Florida, I would be stunned.
I welcome it.
I would.
I, for one, welcome it.
Yes. Besides, what are they going to do? Come up to Utah? Enjoy this wonderful smog air?
Yeah.
Let's see. Actually, they would feel at home. That's what's worrying. But
I think so, yeah.
you.
And we have to look forward to in a couple weeks, not next week, not next Sunday, but the following Sunday, the 18th, the return of John Oliver.
Oh, yeah.
Season 10.
Oh, God. Of
last week tonight.
Yes. I almost forgot in amidst all the real time with Bill Maher that there was somebody that actually has, what's the word I'm looking for? Empathy. So that is so refreshing. We need you back, John Oliver. We need your very good English wit right now. It is the only way that this can be done, and you can deal with it. We just need you. It's the only way to fill whatever is left of our heart.
Yeah.
And now this.
Also coming up, Star Trek Picard, the third and possibly final season.
That's March 3rd, I want to say, or is it? It's sometime in March, I want to say it's coming out, right?
Let me find it.
Yeah, I do. But yeah, it's this time with.
No, it's actually on February 15th.
Oh, shit. That soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even before John Oliver.
Even better. But yeah, the gang's all back, and they're going to still go out into space. The final frontier. Oh, yes, and Picard will be very much his Picardiness. I think that's a word. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's call it good there.
I think that's the place to end it right there.
So we want to thank our sponsor of the week, Porter's Whiskeys, with the craft cocktail Huckleberry Lemonade.
Yes.
From Ogden's Own.
Yeah, and of course the Mingle Mocktail, which you can find over at Booze Teak, along with some other great glassware, as well as mixing compliments for your next soiree.
I need some new tumblers.
We've have tumblers.
We've had a rash of breakages recently here at the TV10 studios.
By a rash, you mean you've been dropping them, or are we throwing them at the TV, or
they just got broke?
Oh, okay.
Just so you know. So
all right.
I need to, I've only got a couple of them now.
Okay, that's not good.
I think I need more.
Yes, you do.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great place to do it. And, of course, what you need to fill those new tumblers is some of our other sponsors. Why, that would be Sugar House Distillery, Outlaw Distillery, or how are you doing on beer steins? Are you good there?
I'm good for the moment, yeah.
But if you wanted to,
yeah,
you could fill it up with our good friends, Bohemian Brewery's fine beers as well.
Yes.
And of course, I would say no matter where you go to and when you get your new tumblers, rock up there with the TV10 podcast t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, we still got some of those. You should get one.
Yeah, it's only $15. Just send an email to us saying, T-shirt me now! In the subject line, put your name, your address, your T-shirt size. I think we got some extra larges left. There's quite a few mediums and smalls.
Okay.
I know some people have asked for a 4XL. We're trying.
We got to sell out of these first before we go back for reprints.
Exactly. So you got to help us out. And of course, we take PayPal or Venmo. No, we do not take crypto. No, we will not take your non-fungible tokens either. Get that out of the fucking way. We need money. But in either way.
Yeah, Tom will have a Super Bowl gambling debt to pay off soon. So.
Look, it's just $1 this time. So either way, and of course, let's have you reach out to us via the Facebook, the Twitter, or the Instagram. Yeah, that's a thing. And of course, that's all TV10 Podcast. Then, of course, there's our email, tv10podcast@gmail.com. Send us anything, your suggestions, your hate mail, is Ted Hansen right about A Million Little Things? Is he not? Or is there other shows we should be...
Is he right about Kunk on Earth?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Yeah.
Who is seeing Kunk on Earth?
Oh, yeah. Oh, the other show I'm getting into recently, even though I don't think it's aimed for me, is Wolfpack on
Oh,
Paramount
yeah.
Plus. Sarah Michelle Gellar, who's really not in it that much. Not as much.
Interesting.
Not as much as you've been led to believe.
So they misled us.
It's pretty teens being werewolves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she's 40, so she's not really a pretty teen.
No, she's a Los Angeles Fire Department arson investigator.
Right.
And a fire has been flushing werewolves and other supernatural critters out of the forest.
I'm sorry. They're flushing out what?
Werewolves.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to figure out what you were saying there.
And so she's trying to figure out, who she believes this fire was set on purpose to flush these creatures out of the
Flush the wolves out.
Well, yeah, the wolves are another part of the investigation. She's like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on with these werewolves?
What's going on with these werewolves?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, they need a Utah to go,
Yeah,
what's going on with these wolves?
Yeah, she's good. The teens are pretty.
Yeah.
They can kind of act.
That's not a ringing endorsement, man.
They're at Twilight levels of acting.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But it's still, a show worth checking out, I think.
Do any of them sparkle?
No sparkles.
Thank you.
They do have glowing yellow eyes.
Better than sparkles. I can live with that.
No sparkling.
No glitteriness in
none
horror.
None of that fucking shit.
No horror glitter.
No. All right, that's good. So we've covered all the sponsors. This has been episode 0437 of the TV Tan podcast, and we might be back next week. We might not, due to a Super Bowl fuckery.
Yeah. Emphasis on fuckery here. It's
If-
going to happen.
You can go a week without us. You'll be fine.
But of course, if you really are jonesing for something, reach out to us and we'll go, yeah, why not? We'll do something.
Basically, we want to hear from you about anything.
Yeah.
Anything at all. So we don't have to carry this whole shit show ourselves.
Because,
Bring us some content.
yeah, bring it to us, all right? Don't be all Warner Brothers and Discovery. Just give it to us.
Yeah. All right. Good night, America.
And you, jiggle that handle. It's time to go off and fuck off.
There's only me and my TV
Yeah, so this Sucker Punch song came out of nowhere, and it's everywhere now. But did it come out of nowhere? It did not. Shout out to some of our older viewers for helping us connect the dots on this one.
You ripped off the theme song to Benson and didn't think nobody would notice?
I didn't realize it.
It's a fair use homage.
It's copyright infringement that was about to become fraud, and it is the least of your problems.
You may know the heavy metal band Doxology for their 90s hit song Staplehead and for their incredible comeback hit Sucker Punch. Their story sounds like a rock and roll fantasy, a band of has-beens who get their second shot at fame. But what if I told you that's not the whole story? Would you kill for a second shot at fame? Commit murder for one hit song? Welcome to Season 7 of Murder Girl. Rest in Metal.